Here's our unboxing. Nimo, in the past, they've been known for pretty much including everything you need and nothing you don't. And I very much appreciate that. So let's see what we have in the box. Here's the way it's packed. It looks like the styrofoam that's here is just there to protect the case and the screen from any sort of weight or boxes being set on top of the box during shipping. A lot of manufacturers don't do this. A lot of manufacturers simply leave that space empty, giving the box room to flex in. And if it flexes in too much, you might open up your brand new computer, find it's got a cracked screen, and you'll be sending it back. It's not necessarily costing you anything, but I'm sure you were looking forward to receiving it. Then it finally shows up with damage, and you gotta send it back and wait again. So I appreciate the extra packing materials that reduce the odds of that occurrence happening. I'm sure the manufacturers aren't too happy when they got to take something back like that either. So it's good for them, it's good for you. All right, let's see, let's get the laptop out. So that is the laptop, and then we've got some documentation. And then we have this box right here. I'm going to just set all this down so we can have some room on the counter. So let's see what's in here. I don't expect there to be a network cable. I don't expect there to be an HDMI cable. I don't expect anything but what I need to run this laptop. So that's our power brick. That's our USB power that runs from the power brick to the laptop. That's all you need. That's all you get. And that also helps keep the price down, keeps life simple. So you have a pretty nice power brick here. And with my glasses, let me see what the wattage is. 100 watt maximum. So it's a 100 watt maximum power brick. And it has their logo on it. You know, one of my other complaints with these manufacturers of laptops and mini PCs, especially the lesser known brand names, like Nimo is a lesser known brand name. They're sort of breaking the stereotype with regards to putting a logo on their power brick so we know where this goes. The ironic thing is it's USB-C and pretty universal. It doesn't really matter other than you make sure you have at least enough power to power the laptop. Too much power is no such thing, and too little power, the laptop's not going to charge up. So it's nice that they did that, but they did it on a power brick that's universal for anything USB-C. Be careful what you ask for. I appreciate it nonetheless. At least if you have several power bricks that are USB-C and you're wondering which one's for my phone, in theory, you want to just take the biggest, most powerful one and use it for everything. Like if you're traveling, for example, you wouldn't need to bring the smaller one for the phone. But if you bring the smaller one for the phone, you likely can't charge the laptop with it. So as long as it's bigger, it can work universally to power things that are not as power hungry. Anything that's more power hungry, if the power brick you supplied isn't providing enough power, it's likely not going to turn on and function. Yeah, it's definitely a shade of blue here. And here's what this looks like. They say the keyboard is backlit. So if we open this up, there's probably some protection in here for the screen. Yeah, and that's just there for shipping. I've seen people keep this. I guess if you move this around a lot, the idea is you're trying to prevent a collision between the screen and the keyboard. If you're holding it incorrectly and you're pushing it down, if you've ever had a laptop and you started noticing indentations of the keys, certain keys across your screen, a piece like this will keep that from happening, but it's not really intended for everyday use. It's really just there for shipping. You don't want to open up a brand new laptop and have the key impressions on the screen, do you? But once it's yours and you handle it that way, that's on you. You caused it. So some people may choose to keep that if they don't trust themselves or it bothers them. Most people don't. We've got our AMD Go Faster stickers right down here, and pretty standard keyboard layout, a fingerprint sensor I can see right here. So once you set up a password, you can then start using your fingerprint as a passkey and use your password as, for some reason, let's say your passkey doesn't work, then that long, complicated password, so long as you make a note of it somewhere, you don't have to ever enter it again unless your fingerprint sensor isn't working. Glasses off. Can I pose with it? I'm gonna do a selfie. I gotta get the whole thing in the frame, right? My arms aren't long enough. We've got a RAM module here and a RAM module here. This is both DDR5 and completely upgradable. It's in dual channel. They didn't just give you one. It looks like you have two. And if we take one out, just to see, we have ADATA branded RAM. If I bring it up close to the camera, nothing unique or proprietary there. DDR5 SODIMM RAM that's not soldered in. Coming back over here, we have a Kensington. This is the NV3 1 terabyte drive. There is no, oh, there is another socket right here for an NVMe. Take that screw out. This NVMe drive can also be placed over here. So you have this location and this location, and you can use them both at the same time. This piece here is your Wi-Fi card, so if you wanted to upgrade your Wi-Fi, it's already 6E, so I don't know why you would, but that's where you can do that and then attach your antennas back on. This is your, it's like a daughter board. This is going to have the USB type A, this is USB 3 type A, USB 2 type A. There's our memory card reader, headphone jack, and our Kensington lock is in this big metal area here that secures the laptop from being, they can't just rip the cable out of it. It's not just the plastic, it's being held in by the metal frame. Overall, you know, we've got our fan here, it's ejecting air out here. This is the daughter board here, and this is your motherboard from this area right here, and it stops here. The rest of this is battery and screen. This is a big empty space. This is your speaker over here that's giving you your audio through the laptop. The battery is easily swappable, as you can see. If the battery were to fail on us, it's a couple of screws that hold the battery in with this cable. You pop it out, get yourself a new one. That's pretty much all there is. I mean, it's a relatively simple design, easy to work on, no proprietary parts, upgradable to a second NVMe drive, upgradable Wi-Fi, upgradable RAM.